can I find the time? How can I find the date? Do you remember the date when this happened?
No, I don't. Sorry, Agent.
Can you remember the time when you last met your wife?
The time. 9:30 p.m. It was something that's...
What did the note say? I need to gather more info. My visions are...
This is obviously a suicide. At least it'll pass as one. We don't have time to deal with this.
Don't you want to investigate further?
When you've been on the force as long as I have, you'll learn to pick the big cases from the ones that'll only suck up your resources and not go anywhere. We'll talk more outside.
Do you remember any other details?
Oh, Sarah was romantic. She liked nice dinners with candles and having a song that was just for us. That night I handed her a note. The note said, it was something from a song called The Taking from Scarlet Furies. She told me several times that it was our song. So I wrote her something from those lyrics. I wish I'd paid attention to that stuff when it mattered.
This is it. This is the song. The Taking by the Scarlet Furies. Sorry, I thought I had set this to vibrate.
That...
What about it?
That song. That's our song. Oh, the note I wrote her had a phrase from that song. And though the rest I'm bound to lose, the one thing I'll take with me is you. This is... strange.
It's a great song. And maybe it's a sign. I really do think I can help you, Robert.
I remember now. I remember clearly. I took a picture of Sarah before we walked down to Copley Station. Sarah had that look on her face. I knew exactly what it was.
God, this station is dirty.
They need the janitor from our station. What's his name again?
Mr. Longmore. Anthony.
Anthony, yes. He's a nice man.
Yeah, he's one of the only friends I have.
You have to make an effort to like this city.
feels like our life is a long string of goodbyes.
And hellos. Sarah, you know this is what I do for a living. Here, I wrote this for you. I could only find a napkin. I love you, Sarah.
Your train is here.
I'll be back before you know it. That was the last time I ever saw her alive. After I found her hanging in our apartment, my job, none of it made sense anymore. You have your name now. Am I free to go, Agent Reed?
Robert, I'm going to do my best to get to the bottom of this.
Oh, thank you. For Sarah's sake. You're a kind woman. I know it's none of my business, but you mentioned a brother who'd been murdered. Whatever happened to him, let it go. Don't end up where I did.
Great job. And you didn't even need me.
I'll go run a search on Longmore. Can you give Goodman a ride?
I'll try to get into a shelter.
Have you seen any good memories lately? I have one for you. Search for Amy Lewis. I'm sure it'll ring a bell or two. Oh. Who the hell is sending me these? Anthony Longmore. Worked for the T. This is our guy. I don't need to request any evidence right now. Another hanging. Ruled as a suicide, but I have a feeling it's another murder. I'll have to check on this case later. For now, I'll focus on the Goodman case. Who's sending me these messages? McCoy?
Red?
I found the name of the victim.
That's my Red. Do you have an address?
Yeah, heading there now. Coming?
No, too many donuts. You take Sully with you.
Great.
What? He worked on the case.
Did he put you up to this?
Ain't Cupid a fat ass too?
I just got a message in my phone pointing me to another victim. Another girl found hanged in her house 2 years ago.
So what's on your mind?
I think we're looking at a serial killer. The real question is, why would the killer change his patterns all of a sudden?
What do you mean?
His previous victims passed as suicides. This was an obvious murder.
Guy got tired of dancing and wants to get caught?
I don't know. This seems too complicated in a way. Seems almost like a game.
It's not common, but killers do change MO from time to time.
Maybe. I'm going to go back to my work.
Go get him, Red.
Hey, Sully.
Hi, Erica.
I need you to come with me.
Lunch?
Would you drop it with that damn lunch? We got work to do.
I thought you didn't want me to come with you.
Well, yeah, I do now. Hurry up before I change my mind.
I got the keys from the landlord.
2 points for diplomacy.
Hey, you know me. I'm a charmer. He mentioned that Longmore was going to move out at the end of the month. What are we looking for?
Anything that can tell us why this guy was killed.
Found something?
Maybe.
Let me get down there for you.
Always a gentleman.
All right, give me some time to go through this.
Fingerprint bypass. What do I do now? That won't work there. Okay, let's try this. There we go. Who the hell is sending me these? This guy again. Who the hell is he? Samuel Sewell was one of 6 judges that sentenced 19 men and women in the Salem witch trials in Salem, Massachusetts. Of all the judges, he was the only one who later repented, taking all of the blame and shame for the sins he had committed by sentencing the innocent people to death by hanging. The case of Judge Sewell provides a very interesting view on how the power of governmental agencies can, if abused, act against the same people who elected them and whom they are sworn to protect. Had Samuel Sewell and his fellow judges investigated the cases further and not opted for superstitious view, the whole tragedy could have been averted. A memory card? Okay.
What is all that?
Let's look at it. This is our guy, Longmore. So he's kept a file on himself? Let's see. Looks like he worked in public transportation in New York and Memphis. He was charting his weight every few days. He has a detailed account list of all the movies he's seen this year, and women he noticed while in the theater. This file has info on 3 different women, all from Memphis. And things in here: a candy wrapper, a few long strands of hair, a long handwritten dialogue between one of the women and someone else. The women's names are Carolyn Palmer, Mega Martha, and Beth Williams. Elizabeth, it looks like Longmore had a pretty detailed fantasy life with you. Lots of notes on it. He knew where you lived, too. 730 Joy Street. Looks like he tracked you for some time, Amy. Address is at 1170 Melrose. This is the one that's not a surprise. Sarah, murdered in her house at 514 Chestnut Street. Maybe I'm just exhausted right now, but sometimes this shit gets to me. There are 3 women profiled in this folder, all from New York. It's full of little notes, shopping habits, places where they ate, clothes they wore most frequently. I'll look at those other cases in more detail later. I want to focus. This is the one that's not a surprise. Sarah, murder. Elizabeth. Looks like he... Sully, call someone in the department and find more on these women.
You got it. Hey, Martin. Yeah, I need you to look a few things over for me. Yeah, I have a couple of names for you. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right, okay, the first one. Okay, we got some info here. These women were all suicides, except for Emily Carlson in New York. They never caught the killer, but it was an obvious murder. The third woman in New York, Nadia Schwartz, hasn't been reported as missing or dead.
Sully, Anthony Longmore was a killer.
You think? What's our evidence?
Those women from the safe are his victims. He took those photographs. And he's been doing it for years, until someone stopped him last night. He was in Tennessee first, and then in New York. He killed these women, and he had a pattern. He kills in groups of 3.
How do you know?
2 reasons. He was moving out soon, and he's killed 3 victims in every state except for New York. Look at the boxes. You mentioned the landlord said he was moving out. He was done here, ready to go on to the next city. He killed in 3s all the time.
But what happened in New York? Why is Nadia Schwartz still alive?
Because of Emily Carlson's case. They almost caught him. He fled New York before his work was done there, and he could never get to Nadia Schwartz. It's clear, even the way he met his victims.
How?
He met them through public transportation. He worked there. That's where he targeted his victims.
Yeah, you're right. But if this piece of shit was murdered last night, done in the same way that he killed his victims, then who killed him?
Good question. And why did they send clues to Davies? And to me?
This is a hell of a mind screw. We gotta keep looking. It's a bunch of tools. Lots of rope. And get this, even some nooses. I also found this.
Hello, hello. I've been looking for you. Good job, Sully. I got it. It's all together now. There are some letter sliders here. There we go. I should be able to move the letters now. Creepy. Huh. What's this? It's a memory card. Let's see what happens. What game do you want me to play now? Hey, isn't that...
You got it. The Old South Meeting House?
Yeah, what's that got to do with anything? Sully, look at this. Over 3 centuries ago, Samuel Sewell repented in the Old South Meeting House for atrocities he once helped along. Tonight, someone new will take the blame and shame.
There's something loading.
As long as it's not a bomb.
This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Drop it, you ass.
We make a good team, don't we?
Shit, Sully, it's Davies. She's a target.
What the fuck? How do you know? I can't...
Trust me on this. We gotta get to the meeting house now. Move it. We're pulling in right now.
Erica, wait for backup.
John, Davies could be in there. Did you try her phone?
She's not picking it up. No one's heard from her all day.
Get your ass here quick. We're pulling in.
I'm on my way.
What's the plan?
Check out the bell tower out front. I'll head into the main building hall from the side door. Be careful.
You too.
No good. What is this thing? A virtual presenter. That damn presenter thing gave me up. Got it. There, that should do it. Let's try this. Ha! That should make things a little more even. There it is. through that door like a million times before. Could you tell me all the things you've seen? I've got to let it go, but seems some joker up there knows, and he's just playing with his figurines. All our plans are starting to think there is no not messed up in my life.
The top brass says go, you don't ask questions.
Just finding him isn't good enough. I found Scott, I found Davies, and I was too late to save either of them.
Please, just talk to me, Dad.
Wise Monkey is your case now, Agent Reed.
Let's see what you got. Previously on Cognition.
We've got to find the Kane killer before he hurts Scott.
Scotty died 3 years ago.
Come on, Skippy. Davies will have our asses if we don't show up 10 minutes ago.
Reed, we're paying for the damn cell phone so that you take the call when I ring you. Is that clear?
White male, cause of death, strangulation.
They're getting worse.
I told you to go see someone about that.
I know when people need healing and how to help them heal.
Cordelia? Someone I met today. She knows you. I stole a flower from her brother's grave. I need that package. It may provide clues to an ongoing investigation. Anthony Longmore was a killer.
But if this piece of shit was murdered last night, then who killed him? We make a good team, don't we?
It's Davies. She's a target. Ugh. Sully, John, suspect is on the run. And I found Davies.
McAdams sure got here fast.
DC's only a 2-hour flight.
I know, but that doesn't mean I like it. It wasn't exactly solve cases in rainbows for me when he used to be our director.
How are you holding up? What happened at the meeting house was...
I don't want to talk about it, Sully. I'm about to go over it again with McAdams, and I just want to break for a few minutes.
Yeah, okay. If you want to, though, well, you know. What do you want to talk about?
How's your case going?
This thing's a piece of work. Sicko going out there and cutting out people's eyes, their ears, and their tongues. I'm calling her the Wise Monkey.
Cute. Her?
Yeah, there was a partial fingerprint on one of these little charms, like from a bracelet, that were left at the crime scenes. Came back matching the prints from this missing girl. Plus, she used to take lessons from the latest victim, a retired opera singer. Pretty vicious stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm trying not to let anything surprise me anymore. Thanks for your help earlier.
Anytime. Hey, you need help, I'm your man. It was nothing.
It wasn't nothing, Sully. I appreciated it.
Like I said, we're a good team.
Yeah, we're not bad. How you been lately? We haven't talked much in a few weeks.
Yeah, that'll happen when you don't return my calls.
Sorry about that. It's not that I don't like you, Sully. I do. It's just not something I can talk about. Yet.
I get it, Erica. Everyone's got secrets and baggage and shit. I've got mine. Hell, we're FBI. It's practically part of the job requirements.
Not to mention one of the job risks.
Why don't we grab a drink after we're done here?
Sully, it's 2 a.m. All the bars are closed.
There's always beer in my fridge. What do you say? Toss back some Sam Adams and bitch about Sam McAdams?
It would be fitting. And I could use a beer after the day I've had.
Hi, I heard y'all had some night owls in need of coffee up here.
Yeah, thanks. Sounds good.
Here you are, darling. How about you, hun?
Yeah, coffee sounds good, thanks. Are you the new office assistant?
That's me. Just started last week. My name's Tess. Let's see. Y'all must be Erica.
They must have told you about the hair, huh?
Only redhead in the building.
You're up, Red. I'll see you kids in the morning. Later today. God damn, it's late.
Oof. Good luck, Erica.
Thanks.
Special Agent Reed.
Director?
It's late and I'm not interested in wasting time. How the hell is Davies dead and her killer not apprehended?
I tried. I fired at the killer. The bastard just kept dodging.
Dodging bullets? This isn't a comic book, Agent.
I'm telling you what I saw, Director. I fired, and the killer never got hit. If you have any doubts about my aim, just talk to the guys at the shooting range.
Why did the killer choose the Old South meeting hall?
Whoa. Dizzy.
You look pale.
I'm fine. It's the site where Samuel Sewell repented for his involvement in the Salem witch trials. The killer was drawing a parallel between him and Davies. She got an anonymous email mentioning him recently, too.
That email was in Madison's inbox. What were you doing snooping around in here, Agent?
I know I shouldn't have, but Davies was missing. I had to do something to find her.
I don't need to tell you to never let it happen again. Now, tell me what you know about this mess.
Someone was in communication with Davies, telling her things about Anthony Longmore, the hangman. She wrote it off as a kook, but when he showed up dead, she looked back into it.
So first this person was helping her, then hunting her?
He got angry when she didn't listen, but the threat was always there. If Davies had followed up on the leads, she would have seen that she was a target.
What have you got to prove this?
I can't focus. Here, the facts pointed to the post office and a piece of the Le Pendu, and those scraps from a picture of Davies.
So, if it wasn't Goodman getting revenge on Longmore, then who was it?
I don't know yet, but I'm not going to stop until I find out.
You? I don't think so, Agent. You're not on this case.
I thought you'd say that. Let me guess. I'm too close?
Got it in one. I'm surprised to hear it from you, though. I expected you'd pitch another fit like you did with Kane. I'm glad to see you've learned better.
That was different. It was my brother, McAdams. I'm not as close on this case.
Spare me. I've heard it before. The fact is, your performance ever since then has been sporadic at best.
Sporadic?
Don't get too upset. It happens to the best agents after a loss like that. But it's been 3 years, Erica, and your performance is all over the place. Some cases you're solving almost before the ink dries on the evidence reports. Others are getting drawn out far too long. You need to get your shit together. I can't risk this in the hands of someone who isn't consistent.
Shit. The room's spinning.
Agent Reed? Are you all right?
I need to use the bathroom. Get some water. What's wrong with me? What the hell? Sully?
Sully! Freeze! Bitch. Sully.
Reed! Reed! Erica, wake up, damn it!
What? McAdams? Sully, where is he?
Gone. I found you out here, along with a lot of blood and... that.
I saw her do it. The secretary. That bitch drugged us.
They're gone by now. But I need you working, if you can.
No, I'm fine now. What do I need to do?
Get out there and find Agent Sullivan. I'm calling everyone back in.
Sully's ear. She cut his fucking ear off. He just dropped it. They must have gone down the fire exit stairs. There's no time for that.
My tires are freaking slashed! Damn it! Son of a... Ah! Ah! Again? What is that? No use. I'm not getting anywhere until AAA. Hello? Someone in there? What the hell? Hang on, I'll get you out. Come on. Come on. Got it. Tess? You're not... Hang on, I'll get you out of there. Tess, how are you feeling?
Jumpy as a frog. What happened?
We're trying to find out. Can I get you anything?
Just get this over with so I can go home, please.
Tess, the woman who did this is a suspect in a serial killer case. Don't worry, you aren't the target. You were just a way to get in the building. But she's taken another agent hostage, and we need to know everything so we can find him.
Oh, Lord. Mama said this job was a bad idea. I should have listened. I'll help, but I don't know what I can tell you.
Tell me what you remember.
I got off work and I came out here. I was stepping over to my car and someone asked if I had dropped something. I started to turn around and then she blew this powder in my face and oh, I don't know. I can't remember past that.
You're all right, Tess. You're safe now. Did she have a southern accent too?
No, she sounded like she was from around here.
What did she look like?
She had blonde hair and a long coat, I think. I didn't see her face. I'm sorry.
Any other details? What kind of build? How tall?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. Maybe your height, sort of average build?
Can you give me a minute, Tess? I need to review some facts.
All right, but not too long. I'm sorry, I just really want to get home.
Of course. Tess, thanks for staying for this. I know it'll be tough, but I need for you to think about what happened and remember as many details as possible.
I'll try, Agent.
That woman put in her pocket. Tess, would you check your pockets for me?
My pockets? All right. It's not mine, I swear. How did you know?
Call it a hunch. And don't worry, I know it's not yours. Thanks for staying to talk to me, Tess.
I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
Everything helps narrow it down. Get yourself checked out at the hospital. Someone will give you a ride there. And if you do think of anything, give me a call.
I will. Oh, I'm sorry. I never got your name.
Erica Reed.
Someone was looking for you. Her name was Cordelia? You weren't in when she came by and everything was all crazy with what happened to Director Davies? I took down her number and left it with Gwen when I got off my ship.
Thanks. I'll get it from her.
I don't think this job is for me after all. This is all just too much, but good luck with your case.
Take care, Tess. This is where Tess sat. What's wrong? You look out of sorts.
I don't know what I'm going to do. We've got missing evidence. I think it was that woman who took Sully.
What did she steal?
Evidence from the wise monkey case. We had 4 charms from the crime scene, but 3 of them are gone now. And I've got these forms to take to McAdams, and oh shoot!
Just breathe. Tess told me she took down a phone number for me and gave it to you?
Right, I forgot all about it. Here you go.
Thank you, Gwen.
Anytime.
McCoy?
Red?
Are you still on Davy's case? McAdams took me off it.
Yeah, I'll let you know if we learn anything new, Erica. You found her. That's more than anyone else here could manage.
Didn't stop her from being killed. I'm gonna do everything I can to find Sully. But I feel responsible for what happened to Davies.
You didn't kill her, Erica. It's not your fault.
I know. I just wish I could nail the asshole who did. So, McAdams hasn't changed a bit. How long do you think he'll stay?
Probably just until Davies' murder is solved. He's better suited to D.C.
Well, considering how fast he got out of here after Scott died, I think he agrees. So why filling up here?
The top brass says go, you don't ask questions. All right, you do, but McAdams doesn't, even if he doesn't like the assignment. Besides, he knew Davies for years. He wants to bring in her killer.
You almost make him sound like a half-decent guy.
He doesn't have your spirit, Skippy, but that doesn't make him a bad person. Try not to piss him off too much, huh?
No promises. I'm going to go back to my work.
Go get him, Red.
McAdams?
Agent Reed?
It wasn't Tess. She was drugged and locked up in her car before anything happened up here.
Shit. Does she remember anything about the person who came at her?
Nothing too useful. Sir, given what was done to Sully and the case he was working on, I really believe that...
The wise monkey. I thought of that too. I've told IT to get you access to his computer. Get on his computer and find whatever info on this you can.
Abduction isn't part of the MO. She's gotten bolder. Something must have changed for her.
Find out what? Wise Monkey is your case now, Agent Reed. Find Agent Sullivan as soon as possible.
I'll get back to it.
See that you do.
This place is a mess. At least the file I need is on top. You're gonna tell this crazy story to them over some beers at the next family reunion. Promise. Let's see what you got. The third victim was Colleen Lavery, a sophomore year Berkeley student majoring in performance. Found on a stage at the school, pushed from a set balcony and stabbed during the night. Her tongue and eyes were removed. This was the first time the killer removed more than one organ. A silver charm shaped like a G-clef was found with her. First victim, Luke Jensen. Recently graduated Berkeley College of Music. He was found behind his apartment in Brighton, pushed off a fire escape, stabbed, and his eyes removed. A silver violin-shaped charm was later found at the scene. Second victim, Nick Stewart, aka DJ Abhorrence. He spun at Jaunty Abyss, a club in downtown Boston. Pushed from a staircase outside the club, stabbed, ears removed. A silver bell-shaped charm was found with his body. Fourth and most recent victim, Heather Ann, a retired opera singer who also gave lessons. Found in her home, she'd been pushed from the upper landing of the stairs, killed on the first floor. Lived alone, no witnesses. Kelsey was one of her students up until last spring. Eyes, ears, and tongue removed. A piano charm was found at the crime scene. Sorry, busy this weekend. I can be a real bitch sometimes. No way. I can use my... Whoa. This one's from the director of the FBI. It is with great regret that I must inform the Bureau of the passing of Madison Davies, the director of the Boston field office. She was killed in the line of duty during her most recent case in Boston. Madison served with the FBI for 22 years, an excellent agent whose history of work speaks for itself. She was a sharp-minded woman with an unerring dedication to her job, an example to us all, and she will be greatly missed. Effective immediately, Samuel McAdams will be the acting director of the Boston field office until further notice. Sincerely, Brandon Rahal, FBI Director. Boston office agents and employees. As you know from Director Hall's email, I am filling in as the acting director in the wake of Madison Davies' death. I will be arriving in Boston in a few hours. Like you, I considered Madison a personal friend, and I have every intention of bringing her killer to justice. You can best aid in this endeavor by continuing your current assignments with your full attention. And if you are pulled onto other cases or assignments, give those your full attention as directed. As details of the funeral arrangements for Madison are made by her family, they will be communicated to you. Samuel McAdams. Southie Townie boys. Don't forget our game against the Somerville Ballers is this Saturday at 2, and they've got their ringer, the infamous Miles Goodhue, in the lineup. Warm up and stretch those kicking legs, boys. Hey, bro. Any ideas for Mom's birthday next week? As usual, no list. Think she'd like one of those ebook things? I'll make dinner reservations at the factory. You bringing Erica? Brandon. I just gotta make sure he's going. The case database. I can access closed and current cases here. The wise monkey killer is fixated on the removal of the eyes, ears, and/or tongues of her victims. Each victim has been pushed from a height, stabbed in the abdomen, and then had one or more of these sense organs removed. Cause of death has either been from the head trauma of the fall or bleeding out from the stab wounds. Removal of the organs has always been post-mortem. Kelsey was gaining confidence as she continued to kill. Looks like Sully thought they might all be connected to her and the deaths were part of some personal vendetta. Makes sense. Revenge killings are fairly common for female serial killers. Her method's particularly gruesome, though. Question is, why Sully? We've only had this case for a few weeks. How'd she even know he was on it, much less have time to plan this? One evidence form coming up. Kelsey Gardner, age 21. Born and raised in White Rock, New Mexico. Moved to Boston to attend Berklee College of Music, majoring in performance and composition. Dropped out in the middle of her junior year. Last known address is in Dorchester. Reported missing by her parents last June after a few weeks of not hearing from her. Last seen entering her apartment by neighbors 2 weeks prior on May 30th. Worked at a nearby coffee shop. Didn't report for any shifts after May 30th. She was suffering from financial issues at the time. Circumstantial evidence suggests she may have run away. Everyone on this list was musically inclined in some way. I need to find out more about Kelsey to figure out where she might have taken Sully. The dean of students at Berklee is a good place to start, and her landlord can probably let me into her old apartment. Let's see what this gets me. I need the charms that are in evidence for the Wise Monkey case.
Thanks to that thief, I've only got one. Fill out the form and it's all yours. I hope it helps you catch that awful woman.
Here's the form.
Okay. Hang tight for a minute. Hope that helps.
It will, thank you. I've done everything I can from here. Time to hit the street.
You must be Special Agent Reed.
I am. Thank you for agreeing to meet with me, Dean Chapman.
Of course. Now, how can I help you?
I need some information on a former student, Kelsey Gardner.
Kelsey Gardner. Oh, yes, the missing girl. Has she been found?
Not exactly.
Oh, that's a shame. What can I do to help, Agent?
Dean Chapman.
Hello, Agent Reed.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I've been the Dean of Students at Berkeley for the last 5 years. Before that, I was a professor here. I taught in the strings department, as well as some composition courses.
How much interaction do you get with the students now?
Well, I make the effort to meet all of them at the very least. I still teach one course a semester as well, and of course a few students do their work study in the offices here.
What can you tell me about Kelsey?
Not much, I'm afraid. I try to get to know every student, but with so many of them, it's hard to know some more than passingly. She was brought to my attention while the police investigated her disappearance.
Asking why she dropped out?
Yes, financial problems, a real shame. She lost her merit scholarship after 2 years. Her grades dropped, and then she dropped out during her junior year.
Why not try to get a student loan?
I'm not sure. I think she tried, but she wasn't able to get one.
Then what happened to her?
I'm not sure, I'm afraid.
Why did she have so much trouble getting a loan?
Well, you'd have to talk to a creditor for those details, but it's always an unfortunate situation.
College doesn't come cheap.
No, it doesn't, but the college has costs to cover as well. No magic wand to wave, as it were.
What about her family? They couldn't pay?
Well, I don't know what her family's situation was.
What classes did Kelsey take?
Most of her classes were in performance and composition, specifically singing.
Did she ever take any classes with you?
Oh yeah, she took one of my composition classes.
So you must have known her from that.
Those classes are rather large, you must understand. Now that I think about it, I do remember her being in my class, though she wasn't the most involved student.
I'd also like to ask you about 2 other Berkeley students. They were recent murder victims.
Oh, yes, of course. Has progress been made in either of their cases?
We believe they were the victims of the same killer. Actually, I'm pursuing the possibility that Kelsey Gardner killed them both. I need to know if there was any connection beyond them all going to school here.
You really think she might have killed them? Kelsey? My God, I would have never thought.
You said you didn't know her very well.
No, but I'd be shocked to hear that about any of our students. I'll help you however I can.
Luke Jensen was a recent graduate. Do you know if he and Kelsey had any classes together, or if they were friends?
Well, I'll check our student records. No classes together. They didn't live in any of the same dorms. Oh, here we are. It looks like Kelsey was tutored by Luke in her freshman year in composition.
Were those one-on-one sessions?
Probably. Small group sessions at most.
How did she do in the class?
She got a B that semester, but in later composition courses, her grades fell. Her last grade in that subject was a D.
Sounds like the lessons didn't stick. Colleen Lavery was still a student here. What can you tell me about her?
A bright young woman, very talented singer. Her death was truly tragic, and what was done to her was just awful.
Any connection between her and Kelsey?
No classes together. The merit scholarship that Kelsey lost was awarded to Colleen the next year.
Would Kelsey have known this?
Well, it's possible. Some scholarships announce whom they've been awarded to.
Did Kelsey have any friends I could talk to?
I don't know what her social circle was, but I could put you in touch with her old roommate.
I'd appreciate that.
Homelin, could you please contact the former roommate of Kelsey Gardner? Agent Reed would like to speak with her.
Certainly, sir. I'll have her information ready for when Agent Reed is done.
Those are all the questions I have for now. Can you think of anything else I should know about Kelsey or either of the victims?
No, that's all I can think of.
If you think of anything, contact me. Thank you for your time, Dean Chapman.
Yes, of course. Good luck, Agent Reed.
Office of the Dean of Students, Berklee College of Music. Official looking stuff. I'd be more surprised if he didn't have a few of these in his office. Wow, is that cello signed by Yo-Yo Ma? Damn! And a guitar signed by the Beatles? That had to set him back a lot. Isn't that one of those really swanky hotels in Dubai? Ugh, that thing's a mess. Paper sticking out, overstuffed drawers. It's like the university equivalent of shoving things under your bed. The drawers are labeled personnel, finances, coursework, and miscellaneous. May I take a copy of this?
Well, do you need it for something?
I'm thinking of having some stationery of my own made. I'd like a sample of something nice to work from.
Go right ahead. My secretary can give you the name of our supplier.
Thanks. She's not home. I left my card and told her to text me when she's home.
Erica, good morning.
Not much good about it.
Oh, indeed. Dear, you look a mess. What happened? Come tell me about it.
And now I'm trying to find Sully before something worse happens.
That's quite a terrible thing. I'm so sorry for your loss, my dear. And if I can help you find your young man, don't you hesitate to say.
Thanks, Rose. I'm not planning to turn down any help on this one. Hey, Rose.
Hello, my dear.
So what is it that I need to do to use that projection trick you taught me?
Focus on 3 things in the room that are related to the incident you want to remember. And voila! It is that easy.
So what is it?
Focus.
So about regression.
Use it to access other people's minds and help them remember details to make them clear.
Okay. Anything else I should know?
This is very important and perhaps the most difficult aspect of regression. In order for it to work, you must physically touch somebody. Hold their hand the whole time you want to be inside their mind. Don't forget that.
So are you and John... you know.
Oh, no, my dear. Jean is a good man, but not the man for me, nor am I the woman for him. No, I am a woman of certain faiths, and Jean, as I said, he's a good man, but not a man of faith.
He believed me when I told him what I could do, and that sounds even crazier than a lot of religious stuff.
Of course he did, my dear. I did not mean that he does not have faith, and in you, he has no doubts at all.
You said you've met people like me before. How many others?
More than you might think. I have spent many years looking for other scions, and that search has taken me to many places.
Oh, I'd be interested to hear more about that, but I don't have time for a life story right now.
Another time, then.
I've been having an easier time with my powers. Well, except for what happened at the Old South meeting house.
What happened there?
I'm not sure. I was running at the killer, and suddenly I started getting flashes, seeing and hearing things without trying to. I couldn't control it or focus, and that's when the killer took the shot and killed Davies.
That's awful. But whose memory is it?
That's the thing. I don't know. It feels like it's mine, but it's not a memory. It's like it hasn't happened yet.
Odd indeed. But sometimes these powers we have expand without warning. I could try to help you focus on it to learn more.
Maybe another time. I can't right now. I'm gonna get going.
Goodbye, my dear.
We're sorry. The number you have reached has been disconnected or is no longer in service. Please check the number and dial again.
Tess must have written it down wrong. Maybe I can use my powers to find the right one. There's something there, but I can't get a fix on it. Hey, Rose.
Hello.
There's something I need help with. I was trying to get information from an object, but it's not clear. It's like I'm seeing static. Any ideas?
Some items are rarely by themselves. There is a way to make it more clear. What were you looking at?
This paper has a phone number on it, but it's the wrong one. I was hoping to get the right number by using my power on it, but I'm not getting anything helpful.
Remember how you needed more than one item to see that memory of Jean? It's like that. If you can find another item that was there at the same time, an item that shares that moment of history with this one, you may get what you need by combining them, reading them both at the same time.
Finding their synergy?
Yes, you could say that. Find another item to work with that wrong number and bring them back here. Then we can try.
I'm gonna get going.
Good.
This is where Tess... This is the one. Lucky for me, she wasn't using the same kind everyone else does. Hey, Rose.
Hello, my dear.
I'm gonna get going.
Goodbye, my dear.
I have the pen that secretary took down the wrong number with.
Good. Hold them both together and use your powers on them at the same time. It should give you a clearer image, show you the memory that these things share.
617-555-1342.
Uh-huh, okay. I'll give this to Agent Reed when she gets back.
It's working. I've got the number.
And they say synergy's just a buzzword.
Do you think if I combine even more items, I can make a memory clearer? See more of it?
I should think so. If you had a number of items that had been in the same place at the same time.
That'll come in handy.
Hello?
Hi, Cordelia. This is Erica Reed.
Erica, hello. I'm so glad to hear from you.
Sorry it took a while. I'm glad you came by, though. I wanted to talk to you about something.
I was just on my way to visit my brother, in fact. We could meet there in half an hour?
Sounds good. See you soon.
Hello, Erica.
Hi, Cordelia. Cordelia, this is hard for me to say. I don't even know where to start.
Try me.
I remembered something from the night that my brother died. I knew I had seen you before, but I couldn't place it. 3 years ago, you were here the night he was murdered in this cemetery.
I know. That's why I tried to find you at the FBI office. I remembered seeing you here that night, too. When I realized who you were, it was horrible. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't a problem my coming by the office. I just didn't know how else to contact you.
It's fine. It's just been a busy few days. I can give you my cell phone number if you ever need to contact me again.
Thank you.
What were you doing here?
I was visiting Max's grave.
And how did you get close to the crime scene?
I was sitting here, and I heard a gunshot. I didn't know what it was, so I called 911. Minutes later, I saw the commotion, the police cars, and I got closer. A police officer asked me to leave, but before I did, I saw you. It was you.
You didn't need to come to the office to tell me you remembered me. Why were you really there?
I wasn't sure I wanted to say it. I feel kind of dumb. It's just... Recently, I felt unsafe at my apartment. I started noticing a man hanging around. I don't like how he looks at me. After I realized who you were, I remembered something. That night you were here, I think I saw him here too.
What? Cordelia, what do you mean?
I can't be positive. He looks different. There are scars on this guy's face, but I swear I remember those eyes. It might be him, but more importantly, I'm afraid.
If that man is really... I can't check it out myself right now, but I can get a car over there at least. Someone to keep an eye on things until I can get there myself.
You'd do that? Oh, thank you so much, Erica. I live at the Enthon Towers by the Charles River.
You did the right thing. I'll get over there myself soon, I promise. You said you took over the business from your brother. What do you do?
He owned and managed some properties in the city, so now it's what I do. I'm not nearly as visionary as Max was, though.
Sounds like good work.
Not quite as interesting as being an FBI agent.
Interesting, yes. Good for your blood pressure or psyche, that's up for debate.
That sounds like you've had a bad day.
You could say that.
Do you want to talk about it?
A friend of mine was taken by someone this morning. I don't know where he is, but I know he's hurt badly, and I have to find him.
That's awful. But you sound determined. I'm sure you'll find him.
Just finding him isn't good enough. I found Scott, I found Davies, and I was too late to save either of them.
I know what it's like to lose someone close to you, Erica. You care about this friend of yours a lot, don't you?
I do. More than I've let him know. But there are things I haven't told him about myself. I wish things were...
simple?
Exactly. Something normal. Something that isn't messed up. But I'm starting to think there is no not messed up in my life.
You sound a lot like me sometimes.
What was your brother like?
Max... he was the real star in the family. Brilliant. Everyone loved him, and he was always kind to me. We lost our parents when I was still young, but he always looked out for me and made me part of the business. I wasn't really qualified at the time, but I tried to be for him.
It sounds like you were really close.
We were. I miss him so much, even now. I know he's gone, but there's still this hole where he used to be.
Well, same with me and Scotty. I'll hear a joke I know he'd love, or see a movie that's right up his alley, and sometimes I forget for a minute that I can't tell him about it.
Those are some of the best minutes, though.
I talked to Rose. You were right. She's been a big help.
She's a good woman. I'm glad it worked out.
What kind of pain did she help you with?
Oh, it was... she helped me deal with Max's death. We'd just moved into a new place before it happened, and I wasn't dealing very well with it. I felt like I had no one else to turn to, no one else who understood what I was going through.
Oh. Well, glad she could help you. I was lucky I had people like John and my dad after Scotty died. I can't imagine going through it alone. I need to get back to my case. I'll let you know when I've got a car at the towers.
Thank you so much, Erica. If there's anything I can do, even if you just need to talk again, you've got my number.
I might take you up on that. I like not feeling quite so... weird. McAdams?
Agent Reed?
I need a BPD car sent over to the Enthon Towers.
Why?
A friend of mine. She thinks someone may be stalking her.
Then she should call the police and file the complaint with them. Focus on your case. I shouldn't need to stress that Agent Sullivan's life depends on it.
About that interagency request.
The answer is still no, Agent. Stop wasting time and get back to work.
Damn it! If I tell him what it's really for, he'll never sign anything. I'll get back to it.
See that you...